Shout out to everybody driving back to Toronto. Frankie, you're doing a great job. Pat, slow down. Watch out for the potholes. Hopefully you've escaped the pothole region of Quebec with that beautiful race car of yours. Are we live?
I think so. There goes our break. So this is Tony.
This is Tony Moncaruso.
Against Tim. Yep.
And singles.
Doubles are over on court 4.
So RDP just has to win one of these matches to win the championship. Saint Leonard's got to win both.
We're down to one referee on the court.
I think we should include PRV. Now that we have the ability, originally part of the reason we didn't include PRV was just because it would have been, everything was manual, entirely manual for the first, whatever, year
and a half. And we had just, how many tournaments do we have on there? 30-some tournaments?
I don't know. We've got something like 1,500 players.
1,700.
1,700?
1,700 players.
So you may be ranked and you don't even know it. But like I said, now the mission is to get the word out and hopefully get all these tournaments to come on board, because obviously the data set is incomplete if we don't have a good majority percentage of the tournaments submitting results. Nobody's trying to make any money off this or anything. It's just a utility for the sport. I think it's a logical thing for us to have, to provide structure, especially within the U.S. and Canada. In other countries where where things are a lot more structured, they have similar systems. So having an objective, transparent ranking system that is populated with data from across this country, which can be, it's one challenge. Well, not this country, our country, when we return home later tonight.
Well, we've included
one challenge is the size of the U.S. compared to these other countries who have been able to organize leagues. Even Canada. Canada's obviously, geographically, it's huge, but really it's Quebec and Ontario that participate in RAFA. I've been told that there's Volo players elsewhere. Wow, this is a luxury. We only got 8 balls to keep track of. What were you saying? You don't remember.
Well, just that we've included whatever Canadian players have played in the tournaments that we've done the rankings for so far.
Yes, Canada is also included. It's not an American ranking system, but it does help. It can potentially help if people use it. Can help provide structure in the U.S. for a lot of things.
I remember last year, about this time, September, October, there were a bunch of tournaments in California that submitted their results, and those tournaments are included. And hopefully, if there's anybody from California watching, just try to send us again the results. You know, the rosters and the results.
Yeah, we did. It took us a few months to figure out how to create a sustainable system, because doing everything manually was just not. It was going to be a full-time job. Nice shot, Tim. So, in that time, we kind of lost a little bit of steam with getting the tournaments to participate, because we were more focused on creating that system. But it's up and running now. And like I said, all that good stuff. UnifiedBocce.com. So,
And it includes the formula for figuring out your ranking.
2 balls down for each gentleman. That's a beauty.
We're starting to get used to like 1 foot, 2 foot points.
On the backboard.
89 feet, 89 feet down the court.
Didn't get the break he was looking for. That might be Rosalio on the back, though. But sure he doesn't want to leave Tony with that much room in case he were to miss.
Yeah, Tim rolled some beautiful balls the last game on the backboard, near the backboard.
Look at this. Make it? Not quite.
Wow.
That is perfectly placed.
Pretty good defensive ball, huh? Wow.
2 balls for Macruso. First frame just ended on court 4. Score is 1-0. RDP. Macruso took the point, huh? Did he take the point, or did
No, he rolled.
I spaced out.
He rolled. He just played it safe and it was short.
1-1. Follows on Paulino. Uh-oh. My chat phone is dead. Yeah, let's do this. We don't need this. Plug that white cable back in, please. What a ball. Unfortunately. Oh, I just looked up and it was on Paulino. It's a primary. Not so great. Burned the first ball. I appreciate you folks spending part of your weekend with us here at the Club de Bocce RDP in Rivière de Prairie, Montreal, Quebec, Canada. This is the 3rd and final day, and oh man, I don't know how many matches. The final round of matches here before we crown our 2024 Canadian Club Champion. Started with 10 clubs, well, not 10 clubs, 10 teams, 5 clubs. We are down to 2 teams representing 2 local clubs here. RDP, the home club, Rivière de Prairie, and Saint Leonard, representing the LDV Center. About 20 minutes northwest.
I think San Leonard is in here. They're getting the 100-foot tape out.
I'm going to go northwest up here for San Leonard. That's a guess. You are correct. San Leonard has a point. Reel it back in.
Now, if they roll in and touch Paulino a little bit, they might have to measure it again for 2 points, possibly.
I haven't seen a volo yet this game. Right?
Yeah, there was a volo.
Okay.
Going that way.
Everything I've said so far has been wrong.
Well, you've been busy. Is he going to touch Paulino? No.
It does not quite look Bersaglio. Of course, Tim would prefer for it not to be Bersaglio. No, not Bersaglio. Rough marks volo. He's looking at it now. Oh, he's watching the line. That's what it is. That was short.
That was short anyway, yeah.
Third ball from Montcruso. Last ball from Montcruso. Oh, yeah, because he burned one. Wait a second. Where's his other ball? Oh, it's on the side there.
It's on the side, yeah. Yeah, I was looking for it too.
This is going to be a tough, tough second point to get. Pretty hard to sell. No real point in taking and just dropping your ball, taking a point. Does BBN have a postal address? Yes, but I'm not going to give away my home address on the broadcast. If you'd like to send us something, you can reach out via email. Bocce Broadcast Network @gmail.com. Two to one. Deeper Paulino, center of the court. So we saw Montcruso put the Paulino in the volo zone there, and then unable to capitalize on his volo opportunity. Over on court 4, the score is 2-1 in favor of San Leonard. Beautiful opening ball from Tim. Might be Bersaglio. Nope. One piece.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna roll.
He's gonna roll on that.
I think that looks short.
Why would you do that?
I don't know. You gonna roll on like a 4-inch point?
You're basically conceding. I mean, if you do something like what he just did, now you're just doing damage control.
He certainly can't be short there. I think he knew it when he released it. Looked like he body language looks better here, but this line is going to dive back to the right at some point, I think. Maybe he got it across that ridge. Still, with that ball in the back, if you're going to roll on that, you'd imagine you can't. Obviously, PRV, you can't bump more than 27 inches, 70 centimeters, but with the ball behind Paulino, if you're going to try and steal that point, you can't make it short. Easier said than done, but I think he wants to know how much farther that ball needs to go to be the point. Oh, he wants to know how close that is, so that if he shoots now, he wants to know how easy it's going to be for him, or how likely it is that Tim's going to beat it again.
This one can't be light. This has to be aggressive, trying to move that orange ball. He had the right speed to do that, but off to the side.
Maybe he was thinking just make a decent point himself with the first ball and then shoot it, but still. Well, I guess in PRV that makes more sense, because if you're shooting and it's not Bersaglio, you have to just hit the ball. You can't hit either or. I don't know.
He's going to follow.
Well, I think Tim will just roll 3 balls. They do break left to right on that part of the court a little bit.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if he didn't get at least 3 points here.
That one's good, I believe.
Yep.
That's 2. That just keeps on going. 3. That looks short. It just kept rolling. Three. 5-1. Court 4 is 3-1 in favor of Saint Leonard. But that game on court 4 will not matter if Tim is able to finish this one off. Similar Paulino between the opposite B and C line, center of the court.
He's on fire, man, with his rolling this distance.
Wow. Again, just beyond Bersaglio, it looks like. We'll see if Moncaruso changes his strategy. It's pretty much an identical ball from last frame.
He's
Gonna roll on it again. I don't understand this.
That's got to be a 6-inch point. I mean, if it's not Bersaglio, it's got to be at least 5 and plus, right?
Is that what it is? 13 centimeters?
Yeah, something.
5.
It's not exactly 5, but it's 2.54 centimeters per inch.
Laura, interesting question there. That's actually another thing that we have on the UBA site. Maybe I'll put it on the BBN so people see it more. We have scorecards exactly like that we made up, like kind of like baseball scorecards for, to keep track of each shot. Those are available on the UBA site, unifiedbocce.com. If you go to resources, you can download and print the score sheets. I think we have score sheets up there for doubles and quads. I'm not sure if we have singles. I'll have to look. If not, I'll make a singles one and upload it. So there's score sheets and scorecard guidelines on how to use them. That's something we should incorporate into the broadcast more with the second chair. Some more stats.
Sure.
Well,
once again, he uses 4 balls.
Yeah, I boggles my mind. Three balls back. Rafa Rosalio? Rafa
No,
front ball.
The front one.
I would leave that. No,
Wait.
never mind. Paulino's covered.
He's probably not going to hit Paulino.
Yeah.
He's going to try to roll on the one he just hit. Looks like it's coming a little too far left.
Yeah. Sometimes those balls just don't want to cross over the center.
Yeah. It's going to be one.
6-1.
Three to 3 on the other court. Going just a hair shorter, but still well beyond the volo line.
Another beautiful ball. It's in front. A little bit more room this time. Moncruso's headed straight for it.
Wow.
Even the referee. Tim just turned around and gave us a look.
I missed it. Kind of a look.
Yeah, Tim thinks he's going to roll. A bit of an incredulous look. Yeah, Bolo again. We saw him do this before and he missed. This time, Paulino's a little bit visible from the left side here for Tim. If he misses, but Tim's got a lot of room there, I think, for him. It's well over a foot, probably about 18, 20 inches. And the way that the court breaks, he could roll from the left side. It will break into Paulino. Wow. Wow. I mean, the play calling here.
Yeah. Of course, Tim's going to let the balls lie. Wow.
Surprised to see this this level of questionable play calling this late in a tournament. In this tournament. Gonna beat the point.
He bumped it too.
Yeah.
Might have bumped it beyond. Yeah.
There's a groove there. And that last ball might be short. Sometimes hard to tell with that line going through it in between there.
Mm-hmm. Need the tape.
Looks like 3. Hard to tell from this angle. Yeah, just go back and forth a few more times.
Then get the tape.
Thank you, Tim. Looked like he mouthed the word 3. 4-3, Saint Leonard on court 4. We'll know whether that was 3 or 4 points in just a moment when the referee puts it on the scoreboard. Similar spot with Paulino, a little bit closer to the right board. It was 3 points, 9-1. Another great first point. Are we going to see the same thing? I mean, if he's willing to volo on the 4th ball,
Yeah.
why is he not going to Rafa on the 1st ball?
Again.
That's maybe 14 inches max at this point, and it's right in front of Paulino. It's right in the way. And I mean, it's not like he's just barely not beating these points. That's a 4-foot point. It's not particularly close. I'm not saying this just to be critical, but like
not competitive. Yeah, it's just a pattern. It seems like.
It's our job to analyze the game, and this is just perplexing. He's going to beat it with this ball, I think. Oh, I don't know about that. Referee called that quickly. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's in.
Yeah.
Tim's going to roll.
But same line.
I don't understand that one.
I don't understand that either. I mean, I understand rolling there if he found the right line because he just needs to tap his own ball.
Right.
He could either make it on his own, or if he just taps his own ball, it's going to be good. Or he could make 2 points, especially with 9-1 lead. No need to do anything aggressive. Tim's in a position where he can play defense. It's going to be a competitive ball, although those two orange now might be Bersaglio. Moncaruso's going to have 2 balls back. It's pretty direct, but this is going to fade to the left. Might turn back in at the end. Perfect distance. But Moncaruso's got the point. A little bit surprised. I mean, I understand Tim wants to block this outside lane near the center of the court. A little bit surprised he didn't. Well, we haven't seen that much roll up the Rondina and down towards onto his 2 balls or onto the left side onto the point ball.
I'm surprised he didn't shoot it with his second ball.
I'm not that surprised at that because he's up 9-1. Tony put in a good ball, and I don't know. You certainly don't want to give up a big frame, but it's a little too far outside.
Yeah,
I think
it's 4th best.
Last ball. 6-4 now. RDP over on court 4. Looks like they got a 3-point frame to take the lead. That's short. So great ball there from Moncaruso to get the point, but how many times in the last 3 frames has he tried to do that? And that was the first time that he was successful. 9 times?
Yeah, he's rolled. And then Volo attempts on the last ball. He's done twice.
Which is the most confusing part of it all, is that if you're not willing to Rafa on a 6-inch point with the first ball, right, how do you justify voloing on the last ball?
Yeah, doesn't. I'm as befuddled as you are. Flummoxed even.
Back in the volo zone. Seven to 4 now on court 4. RDP is in the lead. I'm with you, Jeff. Nice hit. Made some room. He puts one on, puts one near Paulino, but not within 13 centimeters. Force Moncaruso to volo. This is a fairly short volo. And this ball looks beatable so far. Yeah, it's going to be a beatable ball. Now, if you're Moncaruso, you do have the option here. If you want to volo the next 3 balls for a big frame, you're down 9-2.
He's not going to beat it, is he? Oh, yeah, he is. Thought it was going to go a little too long.
Ball falling towards the center of the court. But he's going to make the point, I think. Three balls down for Tim. The third one on the way for Moncaruso. Nice Paulino shot from Amerigo in court 4. It's a good ball, unless faded a little bit.
Again. Oh, no. I was going to say.
Oh, that line is perplexing to me. Why would you not roll from... We've seen that the court breaks
To the right.
towards the center of the court. Yeah. So why would you not roll on the right? Play that break. Or roll on the left, rather.
Roll on the left.
Yeah, right.
Let it break into the right.
Right on the screen. Left as the players are standing. This is a better line. It's a great ball.
Nice ball.
Yeah, it's going to be Varsalio, though, and Tim's got a ball on the backboard. Paulino clean, could be 2. Ooh. Like he was favoring Paulino there. Well, 2 straight frames for Moncaruso.
Nine to 4 on the other court in favor of RDP.
9-4, 9-3. RDP is well positioned to win this 2024 Canadian Club Championship. Not only win, but dominate against the field of Canada's best. Ain't over yet, though.
Well, let's see if Tony decides to shoot this one. Although he doesn't have a good point in there. He doesn't really have Paulino.
You figure if you're going to beat this once, though, you're going to have to beat it twice. He does call a volo.
Yep.
Has he hit a volo yet?
He hit his own balls out. Remember, he hit those 2.
Right. Because he's put the Paulino in the volo zone every time, I think.
Yeah,
I think he's like 0 for 5 in volos.
I can't remember if he's hit. If he's hit any, then it's just been 1. But I don't think he has.
It's been a long, long weekend for these players. I can imagine both these guys are probably exhausted. That might factor into some of the play calling even. Just mental exhaustion. Last ball from Montreal, so Tim's going to have a chance to put this one away for RDP. That's no good. That's the ball to beat.
3 balls to make 2 points. 2 more points. Gonna make?
Yeah. Oh, maybe not. If it separates from that ball a little bit, he might volo.
No, I think you can just roll 2 and.
I would be so tempted to volo that
I
ball.
know you would.
Probably the wrong call, but I would still want to do it. Beat the point.
Especially if you can roll like that. This is it. This is for the championship right here. How's it look?
To put it away for RDP. Line looks good. Speed looks good.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Club the Butch, RDP. You're 2024 Canadian Club champions. Congratulations, Tim Guerrero putting it away.